What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Prepper Soul Alone Show, Season 9, Episode 9, titled The Ice Up. Already 9 episodes in. We are 47 days in. We have 4 people remaining. If you remember on the last episode, we had Jessie, who was eliminated. She failed one of her medical examinations. And so that's where we ended episode 8. And so now we're at episode 9, day 47. 4 people remain. So we'll jump right into that. As usual, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram at PrepperSoul. I will actually throw the banner up right now. There we go. So if you want to check out any content, you certainly can. So let's jump right in. I will share the screen here in a minute. Let's bear 1 second here. Get started on that. Let's see. Here we go. As always, viewer discretion is advised. Let's hop right in. Previously on Alones, we usually go through. There is Jessie being helped off. She was eliminated. The 4 people that remain, we have Carrie Lee, Adam, Juan Pablo, and Temujin. And just kind of before we, start back into the show, I'll give you my rankings, and I do have these put up on Twitter as well as the odds who I think will win. Out of the 4, right now I have Temujin, who is the favorite. Juan Pablo, Carrie, and then Adam. So those are kind of like my rankings so far. We'll see what happens in this episode. So we go into day 47. Here is the intro. Winter has basically arrived here. And we start off with Carrie Lee, current temperature 35 degrees. So she kind of starts with the show singing a song that one of her friends wrote for her. So she does a lot of singing. That's kind of what helps soothe, help her get through the days there, in the woods. And she says she's going to hike to the river. She's running low on food. She's going to basically start to go back to small game. And because she says she's running, very low on food here. And there's kind of the river that she sees, beautiful weather there in Canada. So she sees a squirrel. She actually shoots her arrow and misses. And actually the arrow actually bounces back to her. Because remember, you're only given 9 arrows on the season. So it bounces back. She misses. She shoots a second time. And luckily, she is able to find that arrow. But she did miss the squirrel. She did not get the squirrel there. So, but she does have to spend some energy to go and find her arrow. So she has to hike through the woods. Luckily, she found that, that arrow there. Moving on to day 48 here. We go back to Adam, 8:42 a.m. Current temperature 21 degrees, so it is definitely getting colder. He's beginning to say that he has hunger pains, and it's really starting to bother him, and he needs to go out and hunt today. So on this day 48, and these pains are making Adam not being able to sleep. So he's getting a lot of sleep deprivation, those sort of things, mood swings. So he's going to go out to hunt. But on this day, it is really windy, and he can barely hear himself. The wind is so loud, through the woods. There it is, up to 40 miles per hour, these wind gusts. And he basically says he's having a hard trouble just getting ahead when it comes to food. He has lost 51 pounds since day one. And as he's just, just trekking through the woods, it's taking a toll on him, with all these branches, those sort of things. So there you go. The grouse are moving into denser, more mature forests to stay warmer in the winter. As he's moving into this thick brush, he actually um, loses one of his arrows. I guess got caught on a branch, and as he's hiking, he doesn't know it. Who knows how long he walked for, but he loses that arrow. So another one of his arrows are down, and just walking through these, these thick sticks here, thick logs. It's 21 degrees, very cold. He falls over, and he says that he only has 4 arrows left, and so he goes back into missing his family a lot, and so not only is he hungry, he's feeling homesick, those kind of things. Then you add the hunger on top of that. Not a good recipe there for Adam right now on day 48. Here is a commercial for the new Alone show, Frozen, August 11th. Definitely going to probably check that out as well. I'm going to pause that there, stop the stream there. We got another commercial of a restaurant there, but I'm not going to put that on YouTube. So a lot of things stacked up there for Adam, kind of going against him. And, he's definitely feeling, lightheaded, those kind of things. So that's kind of one reason why he kind of fell over when he was hiking. But give him credit, man. He's 48 days in. A lot of people can never say they could do that. It's already done remarkable. He's already part of the final 4. 4 alone. So that's, that's great. All right, so back to the stream. Let me share this again. Here we are. There's the 4 people. We go to, there's Adam again. Say fell over. Not feeling well. Each participant only allowed 9 arrows. He only has 4 right now. Here we are, day 49, day 48, excuse me, Juan Pablo. Current temperature is 23 degrees. And the wind's, like I said before, the wind's so loud, he actually is cutting his T-shirt right here to make earplugs for him to sleep a little bit better. And he's also saying that he is having some painful hunger pains as well. But hopefully those earplugs can help him, cut out some of the noise. And he wants to kind of air out his sleeping bag here. So he's going to start working on his bed to make it more comfortable, to get better sleep. He thinks that's going to be key for him to win, is going to be getting good sleep. So it's going to make the earplugs, going to kind of redo his bed, put some of the, that pine there, all those pine needles on his bed to just get a better sleeping bed there. There he is putting those down. So we're back to another commercial for the show here. And so Juan Pablo's making that bed a lot more comfortable to be able to sleep. And that's going to be key. That's going to be key. Getting that good, at least, some good rest there is going to be key. And everybody should get 8 hours of sleep if they can. Here we are. We got Temujin here. This is day 48. Current temperature 23 degrees. He's going out to get just some water from a little, like a brook that's near his shelter where he always gets his water. And it's frozen over. So, and so he's got to really break the ice to get that water, but it will melt for him. And he also states he's also having more hunger pains, and which is, it affects, when you're trying to shoot a bow and those sort of things, because he actually sees two squirrels. He shoots at one, but he misses. So he does not get that squirrel. He does say he's feeling really weak, and he's missing his girlfriend a lot. And so even Temujin, man, who's, he's a doctor. He's been kind of like a Navy SEAL or like an Army Ranger sort of thing in Canada. Having problems here, man, already, 48 days in. And there he is trying to find those squirrels. That's Gabrielle. I guess that's his girlfriend's thinking about her a lot. So then we move over to Carrie Lee, day 49, current temperature 22 degrees. And she wants to go check on her trap lines. Look, the snow's here. Snow has arrived. I believe we're into November at this point. And she is going out to make trap lines and to make some squirrel traps down in these holes here. And her thumbs are cracking. So there she is. She's making those squirrel traps there. And basically she kind of says that she's at peace with herself. She's feeling kind of good about everything. That she feels at peace. So with everything kind of going on. And as you know, a female has never won alone. So she could be the first. She definitely has the skills to do it. So we enter another commercial here. I'll stop it on that one. That's good. She's feeling good about herself. Day 49. Carrie Lee could easily end up winning this thing. So there's once again a commercial there for that new show. And then we're moving over. We're finally gonna cross into day 50. We're crossing to day 50 right now. 4 people remaining. Going over to Temujin's camp. And he's still saying he's still feeling really tired. But he's going to go down to the river and make some bird traps. He wants to catch a bird now. So he's going down the river and he's going to make himself a bird trap. And we'll check out this bad boy here. He's actually going to put some bait on, and I'll show you how it is. Yeah, on the end, like of this stick right here. So the bird's going to fly down. There'll be a rope here. I'll show you the rock he ties up as a weight. There it is. So there it is. So we'll see how this bird trap. There's the guts, and then the rock will fall and catch that bird. So we'll see what happens. But he's able to finish that trap. And then we'll go into day 50, back over to Adam's camp. He's saying that the river is freezing over, and he is going to go out and hunt. And that's when he actually spots another grouse. There he is. Here he is. He shot it there. He's very thankful for this food, but he's also very sad. He does not like killing these animals at all. So that's definitely weighing in on his conscience. And having to kill these animals. So there he is. He's actually skinning this bird down here near the river. But yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about a little bit of this cast. They really do not like killing these animals, to kind of help them survive. Definitely weighs on them. And so, right after this commercial, we will jump back over to, once again, we're still at day 50. Still at day 50 for Juan Pablo. Current temperature, 24 degrees. Pull the screen back up here. And he also says he put on some new socks. So he's got some new socks, which that could be a morale booster for him. Got some new fresh socks. And he's thankful he has water. And he basically hasn't been hunting. He says he's really wanting to fast for the next 20 days. So he's not planning on eating for the next 20 days. He's basically just drinking water. So if he's able to do that and, survive and stay healthy and be able to compete, he could definitely easily win this one too as well. Any of these 4 contestants anyone could come out on top at this point. But that's his plan. He's going to plan on fasting for the next 20 days. He's trying to fish, trying to make his dock longer to get out into the river. And so we jump back over to Carrie Lee. She also, says that the river's frozen over. Winter's pretty much here. We're at day 51. And she's going to go check her traps. And she actually catches a squirrel in one of them. So that's a big morale booster for her. Being able to catch that squirrel, which I'll show you here in a minute. And so she's going to begin to cook and eat that squirrel here in a minute. Once again, like I said, it's another video. I'm going to be making a show on this Alone Frozen series. Throw some odds up. Throw who my top contestants are. I'll go through and do all that as well. So you always could check that out. Here we are. Back to Carrie Lee. There's the squirrel that she catches. He's actually frozen. And she must have caught him last night, but she's going to need to thaw him out. And he's frozen solid, man. Frozen stiff. Look at that. and she's going to begin to cook and eat that squirrel. So she's definitely thankful for that meal there. We go back over to Temujin, day 52. He's going to start setting up snares for squirrels. He knows that winter's here. He's only going to need to get small game. So today he's going to set up those snares. And he's also going to go and check his bird trap. All right, so just before we get to his trap, got another commercial here. And I will tell you that he goes to check that trap, and it was triggered, but there is no bird on that trap, so he's going to have to reset the trap again. But initially, that trap has not worked. And I will get this stream back up here in a second. And we'll show you that bird trap that he has. So there we are. 4 people remain. And there it is. So it's been set. He's got to reset it, put the weight back up, put the guts back up as bait. So there it is. So he has to reset this. Bird trap is reset. So hopefully we'll see some success on that. And he begins testing out the thickness of the ice here, throwing these big rocks and they're sticking. So the ice is pretty thick here. There we go. So you can see the rocks sticking, thick ice. So day 52, Adam kind of shows off his loose skin. And he is going to focus on getting a black bear. So now he's going to go and kill a black bear. And as he's hunting this black bear, he says he has to stop about every 5 minutes to catch his breath. So doesn't have a lot of energy, not moving correctly. And he starts to say that he's just not walking correctly. He's not walking right, not feeling good, not feeling himself, out of breath a lot. And he basically decides that it is time for him to go home. And he's basically going to walk around the land and appreciate the views and kind of decide he's going to go home. So he's kind of looking around and he's going to go back to his camp to make the call. And in kind of a rare alone moment, as he's about to make this phone call and push the button, a grouse actually flies into his camp, and he has a perfect shot to kill this grouse. And that could have been a $500,000 grouse right there that he could have killed. But he sees this grouse, it flies down, and I think he's staring at it pretty good. Like says he has a clean shot at it, wants to kill it. Is he going to kill it? Who? And then, kind of it's like a tense standoff. Is he going to do it? Is he going to kill it? He's already kind of told us that he wants to go home. Is he going to make the call? So that's kind of how we leave at that commercial break. We come back to day 52. There he is. He is just sitting there. That right there is like a $500,000 grouse. And Adam could probably kill it, get a meal, and probably could last at least a few more days. But in a rare moment, he just says he lets it go. And that was like Grouse's lucky day. And then he decides to make the phone call. And here comes the helicopter to come pick him up. So he's had it at day 52. And that's how the show ends. So we are down to 3 people. We've got Temujin, Carrie Lee, and Juan Pablo. Temujin, Carrie Lee, and Juan Pablo are the remaining 3 contestants. And a little animal update too as well. I'll also post all these on Twitter. The animal count, we have 1 bear, 1 whiskey jack, 1 rabbit, 1 weasel, 1 muskrat, 3 seals, 3 beavers, 16 squirrel, 17 grouse, and 39 brook trout. So those are all the animals that we've seen. 3 people remain. Let's see what happens this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern on History Channel alone. It'll be season 9, episode 10 this Thursday. Have a wonderful day and God bless.